Hello everyone, my name is Korosh Erfani and today is Sunday, October 5th, 2025, and I am going to talk about one of my latest posts on X, Twitter. I remind you, if you are interested in the different subjects that I post on my account, you can follow me at Korosh Erfani. That's my address on Twitter or on X. And one of the latest things that I posted there is a mini article under the title of "The Last War Has Just Started." And I would like to develop a few points regarding this writing with you. The first one is that for this last war, we don't have yet any name, any label. We cannot call that yet civil war or a conventional war, a class war, or even not a world war. So it's something that is in course, in process, and it will be elaborated. And for now, we don't have any specific label for that. But we know what it's about, okay? So it's about the people who want to remain an ordinary human being, right? They don't want to be metamorphosed and to become a kind of monster, right? And those who think that we don't have this right to remain a human being, an authentic, genuine human being, and we must be the slave of the system, and then we have to change, we have to metamorphose to become something more or less apparent, like a human being, but not a genuine, authentic and real human beings. So they think that this idea of wanting to remain what we always have been, human being, is a bad thing, and it's leftist, it's radical, it's Antifa, is something, and therefore it's criminal, and we must be punished to desire remaining human being. All right. So now we have really two camps, right? There is two fronts, and we will see what would be the result of confrontation, the struggle and the fight between these two camps. Because if the human beings cannot be powerful enough to push back the other side, it means that our species, human species, is doomed to disappear, to vanish, simply, because they want that. If we want to survive, we must be powerful, and we must be able to push back this anti-human front that wants to eradicate completely the human species from the earth. So we need everything that's necessary for our survival. We need courage, determination, relentless, a lot of painstaking efforts, struggle and everything, so that we can avoid being exterminated by those who are looking for doing so, right? Because whatever they are doing is meant to, to make us disappear. It's meant for really somehow erasing us, human beings, from the surface of Earth. That these are the words that can look like a little radical, but it's true, and we should take it seriously. So That's why I think right now we cannot really continue with our conventional and usual divisions, classifications, like, for example, left, right, Democrat, non-Democrat, Democrat, Republican, or the things like, I don't know, black and white. No, it's gone. That period of time, it's gone. It's over. Now we have to act based on another division, another separation. It's really a matter of a serious and maybe the last war that we are going to have on Earth, on our planet. And that's why I call that the mother of wars, right? And what you are going to find in these two sides, in one side, you will find humanity, you will find empathy, rationality, you will find anything that's good and positive, like dignity, solidarity, generosity, kindness, mercifulness, peace, anything that we have invented along the history and was extremely positive, constructive, and helpful. That's the side of human beings. And on the other side, what you have is greed, malice, hatred, stupidity, cruelty, madness, insanity, criminality, absurdity, and greediness for money, for wealth, So in that side, you will find everything that is negative, that is bad, and that is, reprehensible. But these are their values. Anything negative is in their field, right? And they are fighting for that. They are fighting to spread wickedness, nastiness, because they think that thanks to these anti-values, they will be able to, to reach their goal. Everything that they are doing is somehow pitched at making the human beings, fail and then disappear. So from now on, we have a serious challenge in front of us. We have to put aside any boundaries that were somehow conventional, classic, like the ideologies, for example, countries, nationalities, political parties, and so on. No, these are the divisions that don't exist anymore, and they belong to a bygone world, to a world that is over. Now we have the demons, we have the evils, we have the devils who emerged, and they were there. Don't forget that they were hiding for a lot of time, for decades, behind the beautiful labels, beautiful pictures, beautiful movies, beautiful presentation. But now they came from their holes, and they are showing their real nature, right? And also their objective. Their goal is just to eradicate the human species from the earth. I know that's very hard to believe that, but think about it. Think seriously about that. Because what we need today is a real strong, objective, and universal consciousness. We cannot anymore think only and only about our country, our interest, or very limited field of our life. It's too late for that. That belongs to a world that doesn't exist anymore. Now we have to think otherwise, so as to keep something from the human civilization, and we can we can ensure our survival. So that's why we need a lot of courage, a lot of knowledge, determination, seriousness. And if for any reason we don't have that, if we are still prisoners of our ignorance, of our lack of knowledge, laziness, if we have still self-centeredness, if we are too much focused on ourselves, our own interests, if we make a very bad miscalculation, and we cannot distinguish between the humans and the anti-humans, right? If we cannot make this distinction, we can be sure that we cannot do the right things, the right choice, and therefore we will be doomed to be annihilated. So that's why I think at the end we should not forget that the war we are talking about is not a political war, is not a military one, is not an ideological one. This is an existential war. This is a war about our existence, the existence of human beings on the one side, and the domination of anti-human on the other side. So that's why we have to be attentive. We must be prepared for anything. And I am in my post on X, I am recommending to anyone to be serious about that and to be ready, to be prepared for a historic and heroic fight. We have a serious war, to fight, and we should not forget that. If we lose our life in such a beautiful, meaningful battle, right? I think that death, that heroic death, will be the equivalent of life. That would be a real life. Why? Because we fight for human beings. We are fighting for what is valuable as the result, as the outcome of the human history. And on the other hand, the enemies, our enemy, which means the humanity's enemy, they are representing anything that is bad, anything that is nasty, anything that is wicked, in the human history. So they are the accumulation of negativity, and the human beings are simply representing what is valuable to live and what is valuable to fight for. So in such an existential fight, if we die, if we lose our life, we are really gaining the meaningful life, even though we don't exist physically, but the continuation of the human civilization will ensure somehow our continuity, our eternity, right? Why? Because that would be thanks to our courage, thanks to our sacrifice, that the human civilization will survive. So it will be, of course, recognizing what we did. And on the other hand, don't forget that if we don't do this fight, if we don't fight for our human values, even though we can be physically alive, I consider that as the most ignoble death. We will be dead walking. We will be the people who will be metamorphosed and transformed to a kind of subhuman, even sub-animals beings, just to survive physically. It doesn't work, really. It doesn't worth doing that at all. That's why my recommendation is to live courageously, and if necessary to die courageously, right? So that we can keep one thing, and only one thing, alive or dead: our dignity. Thank you very much for watching, and see you later.